had to do a single show. Should I tune my up at Coca-Cola for the check that cut me at the Super Bowl? On my life moments is a Super Bowl. Dr. Dre, he got a Super Bowl. Last night, I was texting Jack.
And now, the starter for LA Clippers. At center, 7 foot, number 40, Ivica Zubac.
Welcome, everybody, to another presentation of the NBA Live on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and a pair of Hall of Famers with us, Doris Burke and David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Thanks very much. Now, guys, at the end of this season,
as is always the best case. David, thank you. Here are the starters for Brooklyn. The guard set is Irving and Curry. Simmons is out there with Durant, and it's Claxton in at the center position. And for the Clippers, on-court spots are the deadly George and Leonard. Wall and Powell are the guard set, and it's Zubac in at the 5. And this should be a very interesting matchup tonight. Plenty of guys, Doris, on the floor who play, as you like to say, the right way.
Right, Kevin. Experience always broadens your perspective. They understand what goes into winning, and they understand that good habits are built on a nightly basis. They want to make good decisions. These are fundamentally sound groups.
Now Wall, following the three-point attempt by Kyrie Irving. Just 4 to shoot. Powell, the pass to Wall. Sinks the three-pointer.
Let's remember, this was once a weakness of John Wall's game. Now, boy, you've got to guard that three-point shooting.
Irving against Wall. Pass to Durant. And there's the pass to Claxton. And the rejection by Zubac. And that one goes out of bounds. Touched by Zubac. And we have to take another glance at that powerful rejection.
And right out of the gate, trying to set the tone defensively, you gotta love that energy.
We're about 1 minute into the first. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Here's Zubac. Kicks to Powell. It's George on the wing. And a miss there on the triple. Nets have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Summer of 2014, Doris. Paul George suffering a leg injury playing for the national team.
Kevin, I remember that injury like it was yesterday. There were many, including me, who wondered whether Paul George could ever be the same guy. And amazingly, he puts in all the necessary work and I think has come back better. That is a huge credit to his work ethic and his grit.
Wall passes to Zubac. Irving surveying the floor. Clock at 6. Here's KD. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Outside Leonard. If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. You know, Doris, there's some pretty cool stories, aren't there, about Kawhi Leonard and what he has done in the community.
There really are, Kevin. Think about it. When he wins the Defensive Player of the Year award, that comes with a car. And instead of using it for his own personal use, he donated that to a children's welfare charity. This is the same guy who gave 1 million backpacks to kids in need in Los Angeles. Just a few of the things he does for his community.
And with the 15th pick in the 2011 draft, Kawhi Leonard wasn't highly touted coming out of high school or college.
Listen, even in the pros, recognition took a while. How about this? He won Finals MVP and Defensive Player of the Year before he ever made an All-Star team. Now, one of the 75 greatest.
Both good from the line that time.
You want to contest this guy's shot, but you absolutely don't want to send him to the line. He will make you pay.
Irving passes to KD. Irving a screen on George. Over Wall. And that one hits back iron.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
He kicks to George. Leonard sets a screen for George. No good on the triple. And so it's Durant with it. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. It's a 3-point game. 1:53 left here in the opening quarter. Down low. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Now, passing may be the most overlooked aspect of Kevin Durant's game, but you know he wants his teammates to feel good.
Now, here's George. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Over Curry. And the Clippers miss again. The Nets have gone just 2 of 7 so far. A little bit of a slow start for them. Now Irving. Outside Durant. The 3. It's hauled in by Zubac. Leonard inside. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Right, Kawhi Leonard's strength through contact, one of the real problems you've got to deal with as a defender.
And you love seeing that great mobile one drive a second time.
A nice take. Staying aggressive with this game, still very much up in the air.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn.
And since 1999, the Clippers and Lakers have shared their downtown LA arena. The only NBA teams to split a venue, but that's going to change soon.
And the Clippers going with a whole new group out there. And a new group in for the Nets. Royce O'Neal's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Warren comes in for Kevin Durant. Joe Harris is checked in for Seth Curry. And it's Mills in for Irving. Now here's Simmons. Pass to Mills. Outside Warren. He nails it, and we're tied up.
Well, just great recognition. Rise and fire and catch and shoot. T.J. Warren says, I can do that.
Jackson kicks to Morris. Covington a screen on O'Neal. Morris inside. Guarded by O'Neal. Morris with the bucket.
It always helps to get these kinds of looks, right? Super easy to convert from that distance.
6-second difference between shot and game clock. O'Neal a screen on Jackson. Here's Mills. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
One of the best parts about Patty Mills is his adaptability to the club's needs. You need him to come off the bench and be that leader on the second team, he can do that. You need him to be a spot starter, he can do that as well. He is about team first.
And he sinks the second. Jackson looking around. That one good for 2.
I love to see a guard who's willing to fight through contact and finish. Reggie Jackson does just that.
And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. The Clippers on top. They're up by 3. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. Getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Nets. We've got Thomas. O'Neal is out there with T.J. Warren. Then there's Harris. And it's Sumner in at the point guard position. It's the Nets now, following the miss by Marcus Morris. Well, we know the NBA has worked to get rid of the hard foul doors, and the league has done a great job of doing that. What has contributed, though, to that line of thinking?
Well, I think any play can be reviewed, Kevin, and that's a good thing because if it's a non-basketball play, then you open yourself up to a flagrant 2. The punishment is significant enough to discourage the action. I love the rule changes as it relates to this particular infraction.
And Coffey gets it to go.
Mr. Covington known for his defensive prowess, but that's a pretty look right there.
And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, Kevin Durant learned an important lesson at age 11. His dad hooked him one-on-one, dunking on him and talking trash. Durant started crying and he locked himself in his room, but he came to realize, what am I so mad at? It's good to be passionate, but channel it. Once you're off the court, leave it and go back to being you. Kevin?
Great advice. David, thanks.
Well, in spite of the critics and the injuries, Paul George continues to produce one of the league's truly elite players.
The Clippers shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night. And you mentioned the injuries for Paul George. Let's see, GA, the broken leg, shoulder surgeries, last season a torn elbow ligament.
And I'm sure there are a few others, Kevin, but give him credit. To battle through and maintain his greatness tells you something about his competitive will.
Nets trail by 5. Outside Curry. Back to Irving. And Covington sends it back.
Tremendous anticipation from Robert Covington, sends it back.
Outside Wall. And it's off from three-point range. And here's Curry who brings it up for the Nets. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. To the middle, here's Simmons. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist.
Kyrie Irving understands how to find an open teammate, puts it exactly where it needs to be.
Pass to Leonard. Back to Wall. Covington setting the pick for Wall. And the Clippers miss again. Nets trail by 3. Simmons feeling it out a bit. Outside Irving. Pass to Warren. 4 on the clock. The Nets need to get a shot off here. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. And it's now only a 1-point Clipper lead. And for those of you just joining us, we're in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by.
2 minutes.
Ball pass to Leonard.
2 minutes.
Powell in the high post. Simmons against Leonard. Over Simmons. Leonard, no luck.
And this is exactly what you have to do to stop him. That was a tremendous contest, forcing the miss. Boy, you think about a team that was as heavily laden with talent as the Brooklyn Nets were when they had Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, and James Harden. But obviously injuries played a part. The trade, the big trade happens. A lot of bumps in the road for a roster that looked built to contend.
Here's Leonard following the basket by Kyrie Irving. Leonard, no luck.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Outside, Simmons. Shoots from 12. Rebound by the Clippers. Leonard's got 4 rebounds in this game. Outside for George. Good on the three-point shot. George has got 5 now.
Well, Paul George is excellent both defensively and offensively. You want to talk about 3 and D, he's got both.
There's the pass to Simmons. He dishes it to Warren. Paul George with the steal. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Leonard with no one around. That 3 off the mark. Brooklyn trailing. Curry looking it over. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
LA Basketball. Substitution on the court.
There's 14 seconds left to play in the first half. And here's George. He's got 5. The tray. Los Angeles with another miss. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Clippers lead by 2. And a chance now to send it over to David. Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. The Clippers in the lead. Wall and Powell are the guard set. Down in the block, it'll be Kawhi next to Zubac. And it's George in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue. Curry against Powell. Just 3 to shoot. Here's Leonard. Brooklyn with the rebound.
Boy, no idea why he went with the fadeaway. Had a clean look at the basket.
And never say never, but we might never see another player who combines the length and guard skills of Kevin Durant. He's a player who completely breaks the mold.
Wall dishes to Leonard. And he drops it in from the low post. Leonard's got 6.
Well, you're working the two-man game with Kawhi Leonard as your primary target. That's the first guy you need to stop.
To the inside. Here's Simmons. Powell pulls it in. And when you think about Durant's singularity as a player, Steve Kerr said he's more gifted than Michael Jordan. And Greg, what do you think of that?
Well, Steve's had a first-hand view coaching KD and playing alongside Jordan. He didn't say greater, but more gifted. I think it's a conversation.
Passes to Durant. Pass to Claxton. Lets a floater go. The Clippers grab the miss. Leonard's got 5 rebounds tonight. Inside, Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
Well, Kawhi Leonard has improved his passing ability on time and on target. Yes, sir.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Right wing. Claxton the pass to KD. The shot missing. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thanks, guys. The Nets have tremendous talent, of course, but there have been some challenges. KD says, I know the fans have high expectations for us, but if you're a fan, you'll appreciate Nets basketball and what we're trying to build, and you'll follow us along this journey, because you never know what may happen. Kevin, back to you.
Great. David, thank you. And the Clippers going with a whole new group out there. And a new group in for the Nets. O'Neal's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. T.J. Warren comes in for Ben Simmons. Harris is checked in for Seth Curry. And it's Mills in for Kyrie Irving.
Well, you like the effort of T.J. Warren, capitalizing when he's shooting in the painted area.
Los Angeles leading by 6. For the Clippers organization, GA, what do you think the goal is?
Well, it's clear to me, Kevin, get to the NBA Finals. The Clippers have never made it there. And I think a trip to the finals is within reach of this group. They just need to stay healthy.
Outside, KD. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. KD's got himself on the board with 3 there.
The ability to be ready to rise and fire in that situation is so important. Kevin Durant, no doubt.
Covington finds Jackson. Covington setting the pick for Jackson. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Nets trail by 3. Pass to O'Neal. To the paint. Durant against Covington. Stolen. Here's Coffey. Outside for Jackson. There's a screen by Covington. Here's Mann. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
First personal foul.
It's on Kevin Durant.
First team.
You know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Of course, when opportunity knocked in the 2021 playoffs, Terrence Mann was ready to go.
He was, Kevin, and that's not the first time this has happened where an injured teammate meant the team looked to him a little bit more, and he did not waste his opportunity. He scored with a ton of enthusiasm, has a very impressive motor.
And Robert Covington picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Thomas checked in for Brooklyn.
First team foul. Now into the lineup for the Nets. Cameron Thomas.
Sumner kicks to Warren. Shot clock at 5. On deep. Here's O'Neal. Good. Nice job down low. O'Neal's got his second basket.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
No doubt those extra possessions can really add up against you when you do not take care of the defensive glass.
It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Clippers ahead. They're up by 2. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the 4th quarter. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this 4th quarter promises to be a good one. On the court for the Nets, getting the 4th quarter going. The guard set is Irving and Curry. Thomas is out there with Ben Simmons. And it's Claxton in at the 5, roaming the paint. Leonard with a screen on Irving. Outside, George to the middle. From the stripe, and Leonard gets it to go on the assist by George. 10 points for Leonard.
Well, this might be Kawhi Leonard's favorite shot. It gets him in rhythm. The mid-range jumper so silky.
Curry's shot is off.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
Curry against Kennard. Leonard looking over the floor. To the inside. Here's Zubac. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
That's his third.
And Kevin Durant has talked about the big 15 for the Nets, but Doris' depth has been a concern.
Yes, but Kevin, give Kevin Durant credit because he understands that he cannot win a championship by himself. An organization has got to manage payroll with big contracts and then find bargain role players. It's going to be a key to achieving their goals.
They set the pick. Here's KD. Goes back up. Yep, it goes, and the Clipper lead is cut down to just 1 on the basket from Claxton.
And you can just see by the way he fought for the putback that he's still got a lot of gas in the tank.
And doing that kind of dirty work down low makes a huge difference in a game this close. What a play on the offensive glass. Listen, simply put, he's got to finish that. It's not like the defender was right on top of him.
Back to Curry. Here's Irving. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. And so here are the Clippers. Powell dishes the Wall. Kicks it to George. Over Irving. Here's Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
Yeah, really smart move by Paul George. Feeds a ready shooter instead of forcing his own shot.
With the assist.
Nets trail by 3. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Curry passes to KD. Inside, here's Claxton, and he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. And there's the call on Durant. That's foul number 2 for him.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. George, no good. And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for the Nets. They trail by 1. To take the lead. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. George looking around. Over to the wing. Ball against Irving. Left side, Wall. 4 on the shot clock. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. And the Clippers lead by 3.
Important possession there, and John Wall getting it done.
And please give a big round of applause for the Clippers.
Now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
And during that last break, guys, I got a chance to hear Steve Nash talking to his team. He said, this is where we make our move. This game's going to come down to big plays. Whichever team makes them is going to come out of here with the win. Kevin, you know what side he's on.
Thank you, David. A minute 42 left in the fourth quarter. George against KD. Down low. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Good on the shot.
Kevin Durant calmly steps into that shot with the game hanging in the balance. Love it.
Leonard with the ball. To the inside. On its way from Irving for 2. It's good, and they get the go-ahead bucket. Irving's got the lead up to 1 now for Brooklyn.
Man, that is a good one. Kyrie really just comes alive when the game gets tight.
Simmons against Leonard. Beyond the arc. And it's Irving with the rebound. 43 seconds left in the game. It drops.
And that one sends the bench into a frenzy.
I'll tell you, these guys have worked so hard together. Everyone pulling in the same direction. Beautiful to watch.
Los Angeles calls timeout. They trail by 3. 40 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And Brooklyn making a change here. Warren's checked in.
The lineup for the Nets, T.J. Warren.
Here's Wall. The pass to Powell. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Simmons against Leonard. Rebounded by the Nets. And an intentional foul right there. Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. They're ahead by 3.
First team foul.
24 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Timeout called by the Nets. Who wants this free t-shirt? Let's hear it. Come on and get loud right now, fans. It's time to cheer on your Clippers.
This is a huge possession.
And this is where all the hard work pays off. You have to be able to execute under pressure.
At the line for the Nets, Kyrie Irving. At the line for 2.
Good on the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
Well, Irving isn't the guy I would want to send to the line. He is very comfortable with that shot.
And so both free throws are good, and it's a 5-point game.
Yeah, 2-possession game now after knocking both of those down.
And the Clippers call time here. They're trailing by 5. 23 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
Trying to stay alive. They've got to work quickly.
This is the very definition of desperation mode right now. They need a quick shot and a quick foul.
Once again for your Clippers breaker.
Shot to stop the run. Wall's shot is off. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Second personal foul. Third team foul. At the line for the Nets, T.J. Warren.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though.
Well, I love T.J. Warren. The reason, guys, is he's proven to be a dependable scorer who's got good versatility, and he can play either forward position. So important in today's NBA.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
First free throw is good, and that increases their lead to 6.
Seth Curry gives testament to the fact that you do not have to be drafted to find your way to being an integral part of teams. This guy's a tremendous basketball player.
The deep three from George, and they'll get another chance. So it's the Nets picking up the win. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother them. I mean, road team, home team, all I know is they were the better team.
Well said. And now, all right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up for...
We walk around with them bands and I breach it. I'm dropping hit after hit, I'm just chillin', but I chill with my children. Bigger the business, the bigger the office. I found and found me a shred and I called up, they call for my artists, they making me offers. I don't even bargain, I start from the bottom. I lost a Ferrari, Las Vegas, Nevada. I woke up the following day and went harder. I'm cracking my shit, now they see that I'm smarter. I gotta get money, I love to get charter. I gave her 4 burgers at once for a startup. I can't let them down, walk around with my guard. I'm screaming out YOLO, yeah, that's still the...
Oh, say does that...
Yeah, you go again. You ought to know your own road.
It's the NBA on 2K Sports. With Grant Hill and Steve Smith, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce is our reporter. Allie, it's all yours.
Well, Kawhi Leonard has been called a cyborg for his lack of emotion on the court.
Maybe influenced by his years with Tim Duncan, who also had that poker face. Allie, good stuff. So here's the Clippers starting group. Powell and George are out on the wings. Kawhi and Zubac make up the front court, and it's Wall in at the 1. And for the Celtics, Horford and Williams together in the front court. Brown and Tatum are the explosive wing pair, and it's Smart in at the point guard position. Well, you got to expect a low-scoring game tonight, Grant. Two terrific defensive clubs fighting to lock each other down.
Both these teams are elite on the defensive end. These guys won't be making it easy out there. When there's lots of stops, lots of forced turnovers, it can be very difficult to find a scoring rhythm.
Now here's George. Zubac. And it's slammed in by Zubac.
Well, Paul knows the defense is locked in on him, so he takes advantage and finds the open man.
Outside, Brown. Horford, a screen on Powell. Brown can't hit.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Powell passes to Zubac. Outside Wall. Five to shoot. Launches it. Rebound Boston.
And you have to think that one advantage this Celtics team has is a deep roster. Lots of quality guys they can assemble different ways. They're pretty adaptable.
Brown can't hit. Brown against Powell. Rejected by Brown. And so the ball out of bounds. Brown touched it last. And now it's time to take another view of that huge swat.
That'll put some fear into the shooters, and he made sure to do it early, too.
Off the inbound.
Even though he missed it, this is the exact play your offense is designed to produce.
Smart outside. Pass to Brown. Williams, a screen on Powell. Here's Brown. Late clock. The Celtics got to hurry here. Again, Brown missing. You know, a versatile bench really is a gift for the Celtics in tough situations.
And even a great starting five isn't perfect against every opponent. It's important to have flexibility, and that's something that Boston definitely has.
Count that bucket.
The lift still there for Wall. Awesome to see him competing, especially when you remember that serious Achilles injury.
And that was the Mobile One drive. Low resistance to the finish line.
Yeah, taking the onus on himself to make something happen. Got it into the teeth of the defense and made them pay. And guys, talk about silencing the critics. Tatum made first-team All-NBA last year and led the Celtics to their first finals appearance in over a decade.
You know, probably the biggest shift for Tatum is advancement at the defensive end, Grant.
Oh, no question, B.A. And that's imperative at the small forward position. Think about it. You have guys like LeBron, Kawhi, KD. Now Jason Tatum is in that elite two-way group as well. And you have to put Jimmy Butler in there as well.
Money from the stripe. He does a great job night in and night out.
Here's Leonard. No luck on that one. And Boston going the other way now. Smart outside. Horford outside. Outside Tatum for three. Good, and it's Horford who picks up the assist. Tatum's got 5 now.
There's no lack of confidence in Tatum when it comes to his three-point shot. He's looking to do damage from long range on every possession.
Now here's Leonard, and the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way.
And Kawhi Leonard, one of 3 perimeter players to win back-to-back Defensive Player of the Year awards. It's him, Sidney Moncrief, and a young Dennis Rodman.
And for his career, Kawhi Leonard has more steals than fouls, Greg.
You know, B.A., he and Jimmy Butler, I believe, the only 2 players to achieve that after a decade in the league. A pretty remarkable achievement.
Some changes for Boston. Williams is checked in for Williams. Brogdon comes in for Jaylen Brown. And Pritchard is subbed in for Smart. Now here's Brogdon.
2 minutes.
And no good. Good work defensively by Leonard. The Clippers in the lead. Jackson outside. George for three. That one is off. Boston has gone 1 of 4 from deep. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in this first quarter. Tatum against George. Oh, George with a steal. In transition. Lays it up and banks it in.
Excellent concentration from Paul George, overwhelming the aggressive defense with his strength and determination.
Pass to Brogdon. Inside. And Williams gets the bucket on the assist by Brogdon.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scorers.
Now here's George. Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. That one on Tatum.
Power move from PG-13. He's added a lot of muscle to his frame over the years, putting it to good use right there.
And for Paul George, playing close to home on a title contending team, it's a tremendous opportunity, Grant.
And back with the Pacers, he twice made the Eastern Conference Finals, but without